All right, guys, we made it to the weekend. So I'm going to combine today and tomorrow together. And really, this is Friday and Saturday sometimes I know this is only week 2 of doing this, but like it can be a little challenging to be honest, to not like reduplicate something or also like jump ahead into what we're working toward for next week. So, you know, if God's leading you into processing and thinking through this, or you want to talk about like this theme or what you've been studying with somebody, that's okay. Like these are just purely to be helpful and to continue the conversation, because truly just the small amount of time that we're together once a week is not enough. And if that's all we're doing in terms of discipling, in terms of our engagement with the things, it's not going to be enough. And even this technically isn't enough. We should be, I don't know, that's just my personal bias, but also it's backed on a lot of statistics and facts. So anyway, continuing the conversation, I don't want to make this as long as the last couple have been. But today, looking at Friday, just reflecting back over the week, and I only have 2 things to reflect on for that, and then I'll share something with you for Saturday. So for the reflection, I kept the first question, and that might be something that every Friday this is the same question to start with, but it's this: where has God been speaking into your life over this past week? Whether that is like specifically, I know that like we've been talking about the identity of Jesus being affirmed at his baptism. We've been talking about how the enemy tries, like that's one of the biggest ways and what he targets most to try to derail us is target our identity. And we're going to lean into that actually this coming Sunday with the first temptation of Jesus in the wilderness in Matthew chapter 4. But like maybe like this is a bit much. And so maybe you just need a time to sit down and think, you know, I've never really, like, I could tell you that I'm God's child, but that he actually, and he loves me. I guess he has to love me. He's got his love kind of thing, but he likes me. You know, like maybe that in itself is a reality-altering truth for you. And so maybe you just need to spend some time reflecting on that. But the second one is this. And this is always the component. We can't just consume and absorb. It is meant to be transformational and shared, whether that be sharing with people by evangelism and discipleship, or sharing as in encouragement and accountability, or I don't know if those are broad enough umbrellas to cover everything, but we're just going to pretend they are for now. So the second one, it leans more to that side. Excuse me. It's this: how does recognizing our own identity as children of God affect the way we view others? And I would encourage you, as you reflect on this and think of this, keep going. Don't just stop at the it makes us view them as somebody God loves. Okay, yes, that's true. But like, go beyond that. What does it mean for you in your walk? Like the people that are difficult for you to get along with, or the ones that drain your patience quicker than nobody else. Or everybody else. Wow, I'm really out of it right now, I guess. Like process through that, and feel free to process with somebody, or sit down and ask God to help you process through that. So those are just the 2 questions in reflecting: where we've been this week, where we're kind of going. And then for the Saturday portion, or for the weekend, I'm actually pulling a little bit from EHS, and even beyond that, that's just as Direction Church, that's our introduction to this concept. And other people might have introductions before that, but as a community, that was our primary introduction to a rule of life. And if you remember anything from that course that we did together during our residency, the word rule or regula comes from the Latin for trellis, meaning it provides structure for growth. And so this is kind of a play on that a little bit, and it might just seem weird. I understand that, run with it. Why not? But this create, or sit down and think about this, and create a personal identity statement that reflects God's declaration over Jesus in Matthew chapter 3, verse 17. I really think, as weird as that could be, or for you to take the time to process and come up with something like that, a personal identity statement that you can easily remember and you can easily repeat to yourself and say, that could go a long way to prepare you as we continue to navigate the wilderness and move beyond that. And so that's my contribution, I guess, for today and tomorrow, for this weekend, to reflect on those questions, think about and create a personal identity statement that's easy for you to remember and pull from, especially when you find yourself being tempted to doubt or tempted to forget whose you are. I hope this week's been good. I'm excited about where we're going next. I'm excited about Sunday, and I hope you are too. Until then, take care.